All right, buckle up, everybody, because we are diving deep into bovine colostrum today.
Ooh, diving deep is right. I feel like I'm drowning in research articles over here. People are really buzzing about this stuff.
Yeah, you sent over a ton of info, articles, research snippets, and let me tell you, some of the claims I'm seeing. Whew, it's a lot.
It seems like bovine colostrum is being touted as everything from an immune system savior to like an anti-aging elixir.
Exactly, and that's what we're here to unpack. We're cutting through the marketing hype to figure out what this stuff actually does for human health.
Love it. And just to be clear, we're talking about that first milk a mama cow produces right after giving birth.
You got it. And apparently it's packed with all sorts of bioactive compounds, or at least that's what the internet tells me.
It's true, though. We're talking about immunoglobulins, growth factors, antioxidants, you name it. Bovine colostrum probably has it. But whether those translate into real, tangible benefits for us humans, well, that's the million-dollar question.
And a question we are ready to answer. So let's start with a big one that kept popping up in my research, immune system benefits. I saw headlines calling it an immunity booster. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, the immune booster claim. Look, it's true that bovine colostrum is rich in these things called immunoglobulins, which are essentially like pre-made
It
antibodies.
ain't antibodies.
Yeah. Imagine them like little soldiers in your system ready to fight off infections. They can potentially give your immune system a head start, especially if it's a little sluggish.
Okay, so instead of like building up your army from scratch, you're getting a few platoons airdropped in.
Exactly. And there's actually some interesting research to back this up. One study we looked at found that bovine colostrum could potentially reduce the risk of respiratory infections. Now, that doesn't mean it's a magic shield against every sniffle, but it is intriguing, right?
Sure. Okay, so it's not like a force field against all germs, but maybe more like adding a few extra guards at the gate.
That's a great way to put it.
All right, shifting gears a bit here to another buzzy health topic, gut health. I saw a lot about something called lactoferrin and how it's good for digestion.
Ah, lactoferrin. Yeah. It's a bit of a mouthful to say, but essentially it acts as a natural antimicrobial. Helps keep a healthy balance of bacteria in your gut.
Right, which is super important for, well, everything.
Everything. And some of the articles you shared mentioned people finding relief from like bloating and other digestive discomforts after taking bovine colostrum. Now, we need more research to say for sure, but it's possible that lactoferrin is playing a role there, especially for those who struggle with those specific issues.
Right, so maybe not a magic cure for all gut woes, but could be promising for some.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about the claim that always makes me raise an eyebrow, anti-aging. Did you find anything to back that up?
Okay, so you have to admit, the idea of a supplement that can turn back the clock is pretty tempting.
Tempting, sure, but also probably too good to be true.
Probably. But here's the thing. Bovine colostrum does have antioxidants, right? Those little guys that protect your cells from damage.
Right, like little bodyguards for our cells.
Exactly. And some studies suggest that it could even promote tissue regeneration. However, anti-aging is such a broad term. Taking bovine colostrum isn't going to magically erase wrinkles or make you 20 again.
Yeah, it's not Benjamin Button over here.
Definitely not. But hey, maybe it can help us age a little more gracefully.
I'll take any help I can get.
Right. Okay, so we've covered immunity, gut health, and the dream of eternal youth. What's next?
How about some fitness fuel? I saw a few things about bovine colostrum and exercise recovery. And as someone who hits the gym now and then, that caught my eye.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, bovine colostrum is packed with protein, right? And protein is crucial for muscle repair after a workout.
So it's like giving your muscles the building blocks they need to recover faster.
Exactly. Some research shows it might help reduce muscle soreness, speed up recovery time, especially for those hardcore athletes really pushing their limits.
All right, so maybe not going to make a huge difference for my casual jogs, but for someone training for a marathon.
Could be a game changer. All right, we're on a roll here. What's the last health benefit on our list?
Let's talk about the big one, heart health. I feel like this is a concern for a lot of people, and the research you sent mentioned it quite a bit. What's the deal there?
Couldn't agree more. Heart health is so important. And the good news is the omega-3 fatty acids and those potent antioxidants in bovine colostrum,
Well,
definitely good for your cardiovascular system in general.
So, like, good for your heart overall.
Yeah, but here's the thing, the research specifically on bovine colostrum and, say, preventing heart disease, still pretty new. It's not a magic pill and definitely shouldn't replace a healthy lifestyle or other preventative measures.
Right, it's not a free pass to eat all the cheeseburgers you want.
Sadly. but it could be a helpful tool in the toolbox alongside all the other good stuff we should be doing for our hearts.
So it sounds like we've got some promising leads here, potential benefits for immunity, gut health, maybe even a little help with aging and exercise recovery.
Hmm.
But it's not a miracle cure, more like another tool to support our health, right?
Absolutely. And as you keep researching this, here's something I think is worth pondering. A lot of the sources emphasized the quality of bovine colostrum, like how it's sourced, how it's processed. Could that impact how effective it is?
That's a great point. Like, is all bovine colostrum created equal?
Exactly. Something for our listeners to consider as they do their own deep dives.
And with that thought-provoking question, we're going to wrap up this deep dive on bovine colostrum. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive into the fascinating world of health and wellness.